My name is Coach Anthony Brown. I'm the head track and field coach at Pelham High School, and I'm the assistant director at the alternative school in Pelham, Georgia. I've been at Pelham for 5 years now. In Pelham, it's a very close-knit community, and since I've been here, every single football game, as well as basketball game, whatever's going on at home, the community shows a whole lot of support for those student athletes. With it being a small community in a small city in a 1A school, it's very significant for those people to come out and cheer those students on because it's not that much going on in the city. So when there is a home game, a home event going on, the community comes out to show a whole lot of support to those student athletes, and that's one thing that keeps those kids going, to keep those kids want to achieve and be on top. Previous years, the track team has done well over the region. Throughout our state meets, we always have finished up in the top 6 or the top 5. That's boys and girls. Like I tell the track team this year, Pelham has yet to win a state championship on any level this year. So with this being one of the last sports of the year, how will you be remembered this year? Could you be the team that finished in the top 5, or could you be the team that finishes number 1 this year and bring Pelham a state track meet? So that's our motivation right now, to get to that upper level and be able to compete with schools across the state. Over the course of the season, we just look to improve on the identity of Pelham track and field. Like I said, there are many other kids that are doing multiple sports right now, and I know that track and field is one of those sports that I don't know, I don't like to run, but you have to get with them and let them know it's more than just running. It's more of the competition level and the focus level that track and field bring. And track and field is one of those sports that you can't be independent in, but also it's all about having that team, that overall big number of people doing their job and getting those quality points. So I'm looking to create the identity of Pelham track and field this year, so we can go on and continue to grow the sports as a whole in Pelham, Georgia. The Vereen Center is one like none other. Mr. Hayden Birch is our trainer. We call him D1. Like I said, I don't know where the name D1 came from, but the kids call him that, the coaches call him that, so we just run with it. One thing that D1 does is, especially with football, we have a tent that the kids go in if they're injured or something. I think the kids do it more for just to be seen by the fans, and they see the people in college do it. But one thing about D1, he gets those kids in, he get them out. And one thing about the Vereen Center, the communication is at the utmost. With verbally talking to the coaches about the kids' status and talking to the parents about the kids' status, and that's one thing that the Vereen Center has done since I've been here. And like I said, man, they get those kids together. They let those kids know that if it's just a little nickel bruise, you can go back, or if you're injured, we can go out and go to the big Vereen Center and see what's going on. So there are many outlets that the Vereen Center brings to get these kids back on the field, to get those kids back on the court, on the track. Our school should have athletic trainer for the simple fact of when I was in high school about 10, 11 years ago, we didn't have an athletic trainer, but we had people that would just come out and volunteer their time. But some days, most of the days that we didn't have one, we may have a kid that has a swollen ankle or has a knee problem or having chest pains, and there's really nothing they can do but sit that kid out until they go to the hospital. But having someone on site, you can be able to catch the call before something major happens. And having an athletic trainer that's on site is something that the colleges and NFL teams have been doing, but I think it's more significant in high school because of the number of athletes that you have at a high school level. So having an athletic trainer on site is something that's very imperative to any athletic program that's looking to build their program, and having kids to be able to get that nurturing and get all that training that they need, be able to recoup from an injury. So athletic trainers are very important in these days, so it's very highly recommended.